We've got hunting dogs out there somewhere off, a ways off, chasing and barking. They're going after boar. And Bee, she hears them and she gets so excited, except she's also hungry and she doesn't know whether to snack or bark. My oranges are coming in. They're starting to yellow up a little bit. They've been green for the last couple of months now. And as we get into winter, they're going to start turning orange and becoming those beautiful sights that I like to see up here. We've got a beautiful, beautiful Sunday right now. It's going to be 24 degrees today in the middle of November. Fantastic. This week we've got a lot to do. Last video you saw I got started on the scarf joints, made a number of mistakes. Worked through them to the best of my ability, and I'm just going to continue doing that. The tweaking and the fine-tuning of the joint takes 2 or 3 times longer than actually just cutting the joint. So however long it takes, I'm going to do that. But at the end of the day, and hopefully within this week, we will finish these bents. Okay, we've got 4 bents to build for this timber frame house, and we should finish the basic structures. So I've redrawn the template, haven't cut it yet, and as I lay the existing template over this, I'll just line up the top edge as neatly as possible, exactamundo, and we have this huge gap here. That is the problem. That is the problem. Now, I don't have a track saw, and so cutting a straight line is always a pretty big challenge for me. But obviously, I think that's where I went wrong on this one. Something moved, or I didn't cut a straight line, or something. But now I've got to take this, do it again. I like praying mantises. They're pretty cool creatures. Except for the girls, when they want to have sex. B likes them too. As straight as it's going to be. Slash it up again. Well, it's definitely not fine carpentry, but it is fitting together. This last little adjustment is looking pretty good. Of course, it's not perfection. I really screwed up this angle right here, but I'm gonna call this one done. Okay, we've got our X3 plate done as far as the scarf joint is concerned. I have to put 3 mortises in here right now, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna just continue on with the scarf joints for these 4 plates, and then I'll deal with the mortises afterwards. Well, it was a pretty uneventful day. It was good having Amy up here again. She really helped out with the planing. I got 2 of the scarf joints fine-tuned and fitted, and we have planed 3 of the last 4 timbers that will make up the final 2 scarf joints, well, the final 2 plates, which both have a scarf joint in them. So I'm back here tomorrow on my own, and it's going to be working the very last beam that has to be planed, and then the 4 scarf joints to put together the final 2 plates. Jen. Japan has a reputation, a well-deserved reputation, for being the cleanest country, and the Japanese people being the cleanest, most conscientious people on earth. And it is well-deserved, but out in the country, you will always find, when looking down a country ravine, you will always find a dishwasher or a TV or something that has been discarded. And I don't really view it as malicious. I think it's ignorant, but I don't think it's malicious. I think there's a lot of poor people in the country. Well, not really poor, but not a lot of free money and not a lot of spending money. And the government makes it really expensive to dispose of things. Just getting rid of a TV will cost you $100, right? I kind of understand why somebody might do that. I hate it. I hate looking at it, but I get it. Another would-be development. See, come on. Come here. Bring your stick. Bring your stick. Come on. Come on. Grab it in the middle. Good girl. This would be an excellent campsite for a night or two. Not much of a view except big trees and mountains, but it's lovely, nice and flat. Good place for a fire pit. Open. And it's got just a ton of big rocks. They call these garden rocks, niwaishi. And they're the massive things that you see in a Japanese garden. And there's like 30 of them stacked right here. And I have no way of contacting the owner to say, hey, you want to sell those? So this is kind of my issue here. Okay, I'm gonna lose an inch, but that's fine. What a difference a couple of days make. It went from 24 2 days ago to 12 today. Chilly. I'm getting started on the scarf joints for our two outer plates. These are on the X1 and X4 bents. And from the drawing you'll see that the eave has to extend 1 meter on the south and a meter on the north. So these ones are extra long. Luckily, I've got extra long timbers just for this purpose. And right now I'm just looking them over, seeing where I can cut them. I have enough goodness on both ends to do what I have to do, but I've just noticed on one of them, I've got a check. Might be a little bit difficult to see here, but this runs, oh God, that's at least a foot, maybe 15 inches down the length of the end of the timber. So that's immediately going to be waste. I'm gonna have to cut this off about right here. This other one, I see a little check starting here, right in the corner, and I may lose 8, 9, 10 inches on this one as well. Also, on this one long one, I included this in an earlier video when I was unloading. I bashed the hell out of this one in 2 places. So I've got to make sure that this isn't situated over a tenon, and it is oriented towards the outside, so wall covering will hide it. Well, the fine adjustments continue. Our cheeks, I'm calling them, are now pretty tight, but we've still got a gap here that we can close off by cutting down here. Well, I've been working on this for 2.5 hours today, so I'm going to call this one done. One more left. I'm going to go outside and plane the partner to this one, and then bring it in. Morning, everybody. We're back after 3 days in Tokyo. Nice and relaxing. Really enjoyed ourselves. Good American Thanksgiving with some good friends. Another night out with a little bit of wine. It's gorgeous. But it's good to be back. We are going to work on the last of our plates. That means 2 more scarf joints in these 2 beams right here. And then they go onto this pile of 8 done beams. They're not technically done. The scarf joints are done, so that means the beams will fit together. The 2 pieces will fit together into a long 8-meter beam when they're up in the structure. But before I can call them finished, all of them need mortises in the bottom. And that means we've got to do some calculations first of all to figure out exactly where the mortises go once the 2 beams are put together. That's not a really simple task. Not a really difficult task either, but it requires some math. And then we got to get out the chain mortiser again and just start chiseling and mortising out 3, 6, 9, 12 mortises, I guess. Don't know how far we're going to get today, but it is a beautiful day. It's definitely chillier because of the wind. Temperature, the high today is going to be 16, so it's still not really cold at midday. But this morning leaving the house, whoa, it was a little bit chilly, so I bundled up. Bee's here with me. She's bundled up as well, and we are going to tackle the business. didn't get a camera on it, but we just saw a big old fat boar just right up there, maybe 50 yards, 30 yards away. And it's very unusual for them to come out around here in the daytime. But I think it might have been a pregnant mother. She looked big and fat. And she wasn't afraid, looking down at us, and I was making whooping noises and Bee was barking. And I think she might even be nesting up there. There's a fallen tree, and when I've been up there before, I've seen, you know, what looks like a depressed area. And I wonder if she's looking for a place to birth right now. And that's why she's not afraid. She just wants to find a place to lie down. But oh, poor Bee, she has to be locked up now, or else she'd be tearing off up there. Are you ready to get out of jail? Hey? Are we getting out of jail? Hold on. Water? Look at your tail. You're all covered in sawdust. Look at you, messy puppy. Okay, so this is life with wood. The one that we've just finished now is the wettest, heaviest log that I've seen in this session. The Sawyer also mentioned when we were offloading it from his truck, this one is dense and heavy and soaked. And we come to its partner right here, which looks really, really dry. We have got checking, starting all over the place. On the end here, it's running down a good 2 feet. In the middle, we've got, you know, micro splits. This end, yeah, we've got some checking already starting right there. It looks like it's been drying for a long time. So I'm gonna have to be careful with this one. I don't think I'm gonna have any room for error. Let's get started. Last one. Straight. No, I think that's got it. No, that's got to come together. That's got to come together. We kerf it once more. There's a couple of spaces, but I've squeezed out all the air between these two faces. So when we put in the final peg, these things will tighten up as much as they can, and we're golden. I'm calling this one done. Okay, that's the last of the plates. I didn't kerf all the other ones. That was the last bit I was doing, sawing through the joint as it was joined. That eliminates any rough edges and brings the two pieces as close together as possible. I didn't kerf the other one, so I've got to do that. But also now I've got to start working on the mortises. And really, logistically, I just don't know how to get it done. To get all four out here. Ideally, I would like to have all four plates lined up here in exactly the same position. Mark out the mortises, all in exactly the same position, and be done with it. But I don't think my poor sawhorses here can handle all of these eight beams on them at once. Maybe I'll give it a try. Let's think about this.